What is up, guys? So we're going to do one more video about the whole Brett May situation, what's happened, give my opinion on it, because I know people are getting fed up with it. I'm getting fed up with it. There's people in the comments, I was sick of hearing about Brett now, and I understand that, but you have to understand, it's a massive story, and Brett's from Doncaster. I'm from Doncaster. I met him in prison ages ago, so of course I'm going to have an opinion on it. I'd be stupid not to. But everybody's on it, aren't they? There must be 1,000 channels. Everybody's coming out the woodworks. Even the stinking sheriff's awoke from his dragonish slumber to come on to come on YouTube and do a video about it. Looking as fat as ever. He's got a few extra chins as well now. And he's come on with I told you he wouldn't turn up, man. Told you he wouldn't turn up. Wow, how do you make these amazing predictions, Sheriff? Who else? Oh, he's turned up, hasn't he? I messaged him in private. Paul Venice. This is a respectful reply to Brett May. I messaged him in private. I don't want no back and forth, and then starts a back and forth. You can see I've had my hair cut. Fucking hell, mate. Butchered me. Absolutely butchered me. So I'm going to have to do my best Darren G impression for the next couple of weeks until it grows back. But yeah, everybody's come out of the woodworks. Everybody's talking about it. So one more video and then we're moving on. But it feels like we've been here before, doesn't it? I did my part as a Donny lad. Right? That guy's from Donny, Brett May's from Donny. So I was bigging him up. I wanted him to win. I wanted him to turn up. I wanted him to fight. And he didn't, and we did all this last time. I was bigging him up, and I stand on what I said, because he was a fucking top fighter in prison, and that's the truth. If he was, if I saw him in prison and he was like getting bullied and he was an idiot, I would say that, but he wasn't. He was a fucking top fighter on the wing. He was a violent inmate, so I was bigging him up, saying yeah, he's going to do this, he's going to do that, and the last time I genuinely thought he was gonna. But he didn't show up, and he was only just like getting over that. All the embarrassment and shame and all the negativity, and it kind of ruined him as a person. And I thought after that, he like went away for a while. And then he was talking about fighting someone. He weren't doing any videos. I thought, he's fucking knuckled down here. The penny's dropped. He's realised he needs to put in a good training camp, lose a bit of weight, and he can make some money here. He can do some big things, But then he pops back up and he's arguing with Danny Christie again, and it's the same thing has happened again. Danny said he was coming down, he came down. Brett was saying, right, come on then, we'll fight, we'll do this, we'll do that, and he didn't show up again. And when he was at the lakeside, Danny, I was thinking, well, fucking hell, I could get to the lakeside from here. I was there yesterday when I did a video saying looking for Danny Christie. When I do that sort of stuff, I'm just messing about, just people think it's serious. You never underestimate the stupidity of people. When I was saying, Danny Christie's got to come to Donny, he's got to give me some monster munch or he's not getting in. A couple of comments saying, Danny don't have to ask you. I was like, fuck it, I'm joking, mate. But anyway, yeah, he's come down, he was at the lakeside, and I thought, well, I could get to lakeside in 10 minutes. I don't even drive. So if you really wanted to fight someone, then you could have done it, and that's the truth. That's not me fucking taking a piss or being negative. That is the truth. If you really wanted to fight someone from Doncaster and they went to the lakeside, that's kind of like the middle of Doncaster, you could have gone there, but he didn't. And now this morning it seems like Brett wants to fight everybody except Danny Christie. Now he's at war with is it John Anthony? And like I've said yesterday, I've known that name. I don't know him personally, but I've heard his name over the years as a serious dude, And like now Brett's turned on him, and it was like, and he wants to fight him. He's like fighting random guys in the street. It's like he wants to fight everybody except for Danny. And I think to myself, like £10,000? I think somebody put up 20 grand. I mean, there's a lot of time and effort being wasted here, hasn't it? I don't think anyone's ever going to touch Brett again now. But I think some Irish guys put up like £20,000, 10 grand each for them to have a Queensberry rules fight. And I think to myself, why would you not do that? if they come to me, right, I can't fight sleep. But if somebody came to me and says, right, we're going to give you £10,000 for put some gloves on and have a boxing match with I don't know, Shadow Bacon or Zorda Play or fucking the Scruffy Sheriff. It's fucking, do you know what I mean? Where's the gum shield at? And it just, I don't understand it. Why would you not? And then afterwards, you win everybody's respect because you've turned up. You know, you might win because he's way bigger than Danny. And you know, you could open the door to big things. He was talking about KSI, which I think everybody knew that was just Hedgehog Man messing about with him, pretending that it was KSI. But big doors could have opened if he'd have just turned up, put on a good performance. He didn't even have to put on a good performance. He could have turned up and got fucking steamrolled in like 3 seconds. But if that were me, right, and obviously it's not me, but if that was me, what I would have done is I said, look, because Brett was saying some nasty things about his missus. I don't agree with that sort of stuff. I've seen so many people doing it as well, you know. I saw Hedgehog Man was targeting Danny G's missus, you know. I don't agree with that at all. I think that's a bit too far. But he did, you know, he was mentioning Danny's missus, so he's come down to Doncaster. Brett didn't show up, and then he's doing it again. So if that was me, I would have said, oh, listen, I was a bit excited, you know, I might have been out of order. I apologise, but, you know, I could have messaged him in private and says, look, I might have been out of order. I apologise, I was a bit excited, but listen, if you want to get this fight on, we'll put some gloves on and we'll bang it out. I mean, what's the worst that could happen? You lose. You know, it's like, if me, I'm a fucking OG at Halo 3. And if someone like Sonic Fox or Mortal Kombat, I'm good at playing Mortal Kombat. I'm good at fighting games. It's just not actual fighting. But, you know, if I was playing Mortal Kombat and Sonic Fox came along, or Rewind, who is Sonic Fox is the best Mortal Kombat player in the world, and Rewind is good as well. If he's come along and says, listen, I want to play you at Mortal Kombat, then I'll be like, fucking hell, let's go, you know. I'm probably going to lose, I'm probably not going to win, but my profile's going to go through the roof. People will say, well, he got fucking hammered by Sonic, but at least he fucking played him, you know. I know it's like 2 totally different things, but it's the same principle, isn't it? If you're going around telling everybody you're a top fighter, you're a fighting man, you know, you've had 1 million fights, you've broke more spines than Brian Cockrell, you've bit off more noses than Danny G, then somebody comes to your town and says, right, let's fight, then you've got to fucking fight, haven't you? But he didn't. Again, it's the second time, and now he's going to have to live with that. He has become possibly the most hated man on YouTube now. Old Andy Smith, take a back seat, son. There's a new guy in town. And it's going to take a lot for him to get over this. He's kind of a laughing stock. He's going to end up getting run out of Doncaster because he's upsetting a lot of people. And I don't understand why. Why not just have the fight instead of going through all these fucking obstacles, upsetting all these people? And now he's on about burning someone's house down, and it's going to end up not going good for him, is it? And for what? Just because he didn't have a fight with someone? With gloves on in like a pit or whatever it was, because Danny didn't want an all-in fight, so just put some gloves on and bang it out, or do it barefisted. You know, the worst that can happen is you're going to get beat and maybe knocked out. That's way better than being publicly humiliated by everyone. I mean, around Doncaster now, it's not good for him, and he's still continuing the charade. Is it charade? The facade, whatever it's called. You know, he's still going on saying, oh, Danny, you're a smackhead, a cokehead, you know, you didn't show up, you know, you were supposed to do this. But, mate, we've seen it all. It's before our very eyes. What can't speak, can't lie, you know, the video doesn't lie. But, yeah, everybody's jumping on board. Shadow Bacon, fucking hell, I bet he's loving it. You know, he's streaming it, he's constantly banging on about adverts. I thought it was funny at first, but he just does me head in now. He just goes on about, watch the advert. Don't forget, this guy's a fucking bacon. I mean, people seem to be forgetting that now. The guy actually, well, I don't know what he did because I've not really delved into it, but he's known as a baker and he fucking battered a woman or something. And, you know, people are forgetting that now. But yeah, it's not a good day for Brett, and it seems like everybody's profit. I'm sure Brett's profited from it, from the adverts, fucking thousands and thousands of views. But everybody else has as well, you know, like Shadow Baker. I'm sure Hedgehog Man's done tons of numbers and made loads of money and all subscribed. I think I got like probably about 50 subscribers off it. But I played my part, you know, I bigged up Brett, and I still stand on what I said. When he was in prison, he was a fucking hard case. And everybody who I meet in the street, they all say the same thing. Say, yeah, he can fight, but he's fucking hard work, you know, his trouble just follows him around. And we've seen it here. We've gone from a bunch of people saying, yeah, Brett, we'll give you all this money. You know, you say you want to fight this guy, so we're willing to put the money up, give you a time, date, give you the best of fair play so you don't get like really hurt, and all you have to do is knuckle up and put some gloves on and have a fight. And now he's at war with all those people. It blows my mind. He's like a wrecking machine, isn't he? He's just, it's like a one-man army, just a fucking wrecking machine everywhere he goes, like the Tasmanian devil, isn't he? Just walks into a room and everything's fucking smashed when he walks out. But it's fucking not be a good day for him today. I'm sure he got drunk last night, so he'll be waking up with a hangover, feeling terrible. And I can't say, you know, he's done it himself, hasn't he? Where's the buck stop? You got to draw a line, mate, and just say, look, you're the better man. You fucking done me here. Let's just fucking put it to bed. I'll apologise. I'll come and shake your hand. Whatever we need to do to just move past it. But he just won't. I don't know what's wrong with him. But anyway, that's the video now. I'm not going to mention him no more. We're moving on. I'm going to start talking about what I usually talk about, you know, interesting things. Give some people like some mild roasts. I can't go in too hard because I'm on a warning, aren't I? So I think it's 3 months you're allowed on YouTube after you get a strike, and then it resets you. So if I get another strike now, then I'm going to end up getting banned, and I don't want to do that. So I'm not doing the proper roasts. I'm just doing little tickles here and there. But anyway, that's the video for today. If you like this video, press the thumbs up, subscribe to the channel. Mange 2, YouTube, Mange 2.